Sup? Hi everyone. Oh, hi Kawi. How are you? Oh, wait, I have to add that in the stream. Hey, how are you, fam? How's everyone doing today? Well, thank you very much for coming today. It's late. It's late. It's 12, but it's okay. I mean, 12 is lunchtime, so that's pretty awesome to do these things. But anyway, welcome to. Oh, hi, Sam. Hi, how are you? But yeah, welcome to another episode of. I said episode. Welcome to another reaction for My Hero Academia Chapter 340. I'm excited for this because I haven't. Wait, when was the last time I did this? I think like the end of December because the leaks came out way earlier. So it was December, like what, December 31st. So this is the first MHA video of the year. Wild. So that's going to be very interesting. But I'm excited for this. I mean, this is, I believe it's, from what I remember, I think it's called When We Became Heroes Part 3. I might be wrong. I mean, I haven't read the chapter yet. But I'm excited to see what's next because obviously we ended the chapter. They were like, all right, we're getting ready for war. And then obviously because I read the officials, he was like, like, all right, cool. What's the other thing we need to be careful of? So I'm excited to see how much we're progressing into this I was gonna say all out war that we're about to see. So let's get on with the reaction. Just go straight away because this is gonna be hype. Did you hear what Horikoshi said about Bakugo at Jump Festa? I think I did. I can't remember, but I believe it was that he'll have importance. If I'm wrong, correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it was something like he'll have like serious importance in the next arc, like in this arc. Sorry, like serious importance. That was what I remember, but I might need to reread that again. But anyway, My Hero Academia 340 Central Hospital. So what are we going to see? Aizawa? Okay, let's go. Central Hospital. In order to work closely with this vital facility, multiple police stations are located in close proximity. Okay, so I was right. Okay, yeah. So they will have very big importance. Yeah. Anti-Paranormal Liberation Task Force. Look how, wow. Currently, young Ayama is awaiting the results of his investigations, right? That's what All Might says. Hulk goes, regarding pertaining to the Aoyama case, our actions have been suddenly been restricted. Think that's still Hawks. All the people in here have worked tirelessly, considering the various factors and pieces of evidence to put him in the clear for now. Talks with him will proceed further. Okay, yes, I know you want to save Aoyama, but don't make it too easy. Hawks goes, Endeavor-san and Gina-san will be in charge of the main hero force. Although this is an emergency situation, it's still a very closed-off matter. For now, putting safety as our number one priority, we will continue with fewer people involved. All right, fair enough. Oh, look at her. Ragdoll, it's been a minute. That's the plan. Because of it, I'd be quite lonely. Ryoko and the rest of the group can't come with us. And then Hawk says, I apologize about that. It's not that I don't trust them. It's just that you got brainwashed, bro. I'm joking. Let's see what he says. She goes, Nya. And then Hawk goes, Nya. Like, okay. And then she goes, Ragdoll goes, my quirk search is being used maliciously right now, right? That's why I want to be a big help as much as I can to you guys. So please tell me the necessary details. What is that? Okay, he's drawing a whiteboard. Okay, I was a bit confused. And he has like something in his hand. I think that's a stamp. Whatever. He has a whiteboard. And okay. And he has chess. Okay, I get it. Like checkers pieces and these magnets. All right, yeah, got it. This neither the best nor the second best plan, but it's something we absolutely need to do. We need to separate them. Facts. Facts. Like, that's why I was thinking, like, that's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they take down 0 for 1. I don't think they're taking down Shigaraki. I think Shigaraki will be contained or something. I don't think they take down Shigaraki. Like, I mean, and you think it's kind of crazy for me to say that because why is 0 for 1 being taken down? But one of them has to go. I mean, this is an all-out war. One of them has to at least be defeated. Maybe not go and die, but at least be defeated. I think it's AFO most likely. But anyway, judging from the recorded data from Stars and Stripes battle, it is clear that Shigaraki Tomura has well surpassed AFO in terms of strength. Those who witnessed my battle in Kamino should be well aware of AFO's raw power. Yeah, AFO's going down first. He put it on full display during the raid of Tartarus. In addition to the communication via radio waves, we are unsure of how he developed the shared consciousness between him and Shigaraki. If we were able to face even just the two of them simultaneously, we would have no chance of winning. They would FS up. They would FS up. If you get what I'm saying. If both of them were together, there's no hope. there's no point. Anyway, then why didn't they work together during Star's battle? All Might. That's what. I forgot his name. Wedge. I believe it's Wedge. Correct me if I'm wrong. But All Might goes in order to avoid the. Was it Wedge? Anyway, in order to avoid the whole situation of being called by their name, AFO would recognize himself as 041 and be condemned to one of new. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, fair. To one of the new order's rules, which is fair. We must separate them by a minimum of 10 kilometers. Further, bro. Do you see how fast Shigaraki can jump? Like, further, bro. Further. This is the prerequisite. Okay, it's the prerequisite. All right, fair enough. This is the prerequisite we must achieve if we want to have a chance at victory. Wouldn't they also be wary of that and make sure that doesn't happen, according to Shigaichi? Oh my gosh, we're taking that into account, Shigaichi-kun. To burn and reduce everything into ashes. That is the terrifying nature of fire. We witnessed it. Oh, I see what you're going to do. So you're going to burn, like, have a huge, like, flame, not a flame wall, but you know when the fire disaster happens and it just encloses a lot of area? That's what they're going to do and make that be mad with Endeavor. That's probably their plan, but let's see what they say. So to burn and reduce everything to ashes, that is the terrifying nature of fire. We witnessed the threat of that firsthand at the training camp at Gunga Mountain. If Dabi were to act as their vanguard, he could stop us right in their tracks. He could. He could just burn everything too. But what if you use that against him? Let's see. Then if we want to separate AFO and Shigaraki, we first have to isolate Dabi. Not just Dabi, says Sansa, I believe his name is. Oh my goes, exactly. We have to isolate all of them. We must separate each and every one. Do you know what? Of the villain's main forces, we must look at that individually and crush them out one by one. This could make some bagging shonen one-on-one fights. I'm just saying that right now. That, like, I've always, like, obviously the closest we've had to that arc is I would say the Overhaul arc, where we just have an arc of just like, you know, those old school shonen arcs like in Bleach and in Naruto, when you see a bunch of them and they have to take down a group and it's one by one. This could be that, and My Hero ending on that would be mad. I mean, I still think there's part 2, but My Hero part 1, wink, ending on that would be mad. Anyway, but isn't that plan a little too laid back? Says one of them. Doing as you say would certainly save a lot of trouble. Oh my God, you're right. However, if we want these conditions to line up perfectly, we must have some sort of strategy ready. And then Shigeichi-kun goes, Ayama. And then All Might goes, he is still wavering. A young boy born quirkless and used as a tool his whole life. Damn. When he says it like that, it's true. Shigeichi goes, I do sympathize with him, but looking at it objectively, the fact that he betrayed society as a whole remains unchanged. Especially considering my position, I cannot help but be skeptical of him. Fair? And then All Might, this is the thing about My Hero here, is they're all blind. We know this, right? All Might goes, I want to believe in young Aoyama, and I already believe in. Okay, and then what's his face? I can't believe I always forget his name. Aizawa is talking to Aoyama. That's pretty cool. The only one directly responsible for him, Shota Aizawa. Man, so he's gonna interrogate him. He'll win that interrogation if he can bring out what's his face from Kurogiri, Shirokuma from Kurogiri. Aoyama should be a cakewalk, man. Anyway, Club Penguin guy goes, Club Penguin. From the, I don't even think he's a penguin. From the examinations we conducted, we noticed nothing particularly extraordinary. There are no problems with his brainwaves or bodily functions either. Aizawa goes, it's the same as the case with Nady Nagan. It seems only those who fell under OFO's command once he was defeated by All Might were rigged. All right. Aizawa goes, come to think of it, if AFO had implanted some sort of explosive in the case he was betrayed, there would be no need for the whole display of murdering traitors in front of them, or threats to kill them if they fed him the wrong information. That's true. You could just go boom like that. Like Lady Naga, he didn't have anything. He just said the only thing AFO installed in him was overwhelming terror that continues to haunt him and his parents too. Aizawa goes, are you afraid? Ayama looks up, looks scared a little bit, doesn't say anything. Aizawa goes, consider yourself lucky to have friends who stood up for you like that. What are you afraid of? All for one? Ayama goes, yes. And also, I fear that I'll never be able to twinkle like them. The more they believe in me, the more I lose confidence in myself. Fair. even if I took their hand, I always think that AFO appeared before. If AFO appeared before me, I'll do the same thing all over again. That's what scares me the most. But you, of course, but don't feel bad about that. Hey, by the way, Rantha MP. Hi. I hope I said that right. I did said that really wrong. Rath Naka MP. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's why I don't want to do anything else anymore. All I want to do is go somewhere where no one can find me and just die. My heart. Okay, Aizawa looks at him. He goes, no matter how cruel the circumstances were, they don't excuse your action. Ayama, even if we succeed, I cannot guarantee that you'll remain in UA. They're your friend. Oh, man. What's his face? Shinzo must be licking his lips, bro. He must be like, yes. They're your friends, and that's why they're putting things in a nice way. But I have to give it to you straight. Thank you, Aizawa. Thank you. I'll tear away the feel he instilled into you one way or another. See, he's great at it. He's good. He should be an interrogator, man. Anyway, Aizawa goes, fight. There's no other option for you left. Or left for you. Ayama goes, I get that. I must fight here. I understand that. For the sake of our victory, I have to become a mere pawn. I understand that. I know that, but still, and Aizawa goes, perhaps we're doing the same as AFO did to you, using you for your own interests. We are no different. But I'm not going to let you back down and be forever tormented by your sins. I won't let you go die in some dark hole. As long as I'm in charge of the hero course, I will take care of all of my students. And then he says, I don't have no intention of expelling you from UA. To live a life full of regrets and remorse, that's not what I teach to my students. Even if you feel miserable and pathetic, you must walk along those who lend a hand to you. Shirokuma he's looking at. Why does that white in the middle of Ayama, I don't know if it's a scan thing, but that thing looks hella weird. Aizawa goes, we will protect you. I can safely say that. As long as you're with those guys, you'll be okay. And look at Ayama, a bit more determined. But how is a criminal like me going to be helpful to anyone? Fair. And Aizawa goes, of course you're afraid. Anyone would be. Don't think that we're going to send you in on your own. That is why. Hey! Oh, look at him. It's time. Let's go. And see Shinzo. You'll be walking alongside all of us. Shinzo goes, okay, the story of how we became heroes, part 3. Shinzo appears. Just as I said, Shinzo's licking his lips, bro. Bro, Shinzo really appears. And he looks dope, by the way. He really looks like a ninja. See, I love the fact that Shinzo is a mini Aizawa. Because let me be real. I rate Aizawa and I love the way he does his stuff. Like, maybe because I'm a sucker for ninjas. I am a sucker for ninjas, let me not lie. And Aizawa's like the closest. Well, actually, that's a lie. That's Edge Shot. But Aizawa was almost there. He's almost there like a ninja. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see what I've missed. So, it's upsetting that Aoyama is getting so much crap for being a traitor. He's just a scared little child. Man, that's why Shinzo needs to get into class 1A now. See, about the Ayama thing, that's what's depressing about MHA. Parents are trash. Families are sometimes trash. And that's why it's a good ass series, because you see like how it's not just how quirks can affect people. See how quirks can affect families, how it could affect everything. Like literally, that's what I like about My Hero Academia. Quirks literally affect everything. So it's sad, but that's the world of MHA, mate. It's unfortunate. Shinzo needs to get into World Class 20 now. Like Aoyama, I'm sorry. You're still going to be part of the story, but get the hell out of 1A. Shinzo's coming. I love how Aoyama is not going to escape easily without having consequences. Bro, he did a crime, man. Literally, right? A criminal that goes, I did all these things. Think about it like this. God forbid, but let's say a murderer kills a bunch of people and goes, I'm going to off myself. You feel mad. You be like, no, you need to get punished. No. Don't just die. That's the easiest way out. You got to suffer. So that's how I feel about all that thing. So Aizawa kind of feels the same, but in a nicer way, in the fact that he still wants to protect him and he understands the situation, but he's still effed up. So he has to get some consequences. How do you think the war should go down? Should it be something like Demon Slayer Castle Arc, where loads of different students and heroes are fighting different strong villains at a time? Okay, so I won't, without spoiling Demon Slayer, because I've read everything, without spoiling Demon Slayer, because I don't know if anyone of you are what you would call it, anime only. So I won't say it with spoilers, but basically what you described is how I want it. I want it to literally like that, like let's say UA, a team of 5, like you remember what's the movie Heroes Rising? Like, was it Heroes Rising? It was Heroes Rising. You know how they got into groups and they were taking down different enemies? I want that in this arc because it'll be cool. I mean, if this really is a finale, I don't, like I said, I don't think this is the final arc. Like all AFO said, we've got friends everywhere. Where are the friends? We haven't seen them in Japan, so I don't think this is the final arc. But even if it is, let's say it is, right? Literally, let's say Toga versus Ochako and Asui, one fight. Dabi versus but I do want Dabi versus Shoto on his own. But let's say for now, because maybe Shoto, Dabi versus actually no, AFO versus Shoto, Deku, Bakugo. Dabi versus but Dabi has to fight Shoto. I don't know about Dabi, but let's say Spinner versus Shoji and who's another creature type, maybe Tokoyami and other people like that, like something like that, and then they all have their sweet like they all have relatability and they all have killer messages after the fights. That is what I want. I feel like that is how it's gonna go because you can't have a UA student fight one villain. It's not possible. Even Deku cannot fight AFO on his own. He can't fight AFO. He can't fight Shigiri on his own. It makes no sense. So I feel like Deku will fight with a bunch of other people who are equally as strong, which is most likely Shoto and Bakugo because all that training together, like it would make the most sense if it's them three versus a top tier villain. That would be cool. And bro, man, season 7 is gonna be animated. Well, actually, season 7 is gonna bang, right? But after seeing Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, Bones, goddamn, you've got competition, man. You got competition. Let me not lie. So, My Hero season 6 better pop off because after that Demon Slayer episode, my god, where is Shiketsu? I missed them. Yeah, we were told that in the last chapter. Where is Shiketsu? But I don't know. We'll see them. We'll see them soon. We're probably still in the preps. I think give it another like how many chapters did I say? I think like two reactions ago or 3 reactions ago, I said 10 chapters before we start the actual war, right? And let's say it was two reactions ago, right? I think it was like 2. No, I think it was like 3. So that would have been 7 left, right? Yeah, I'd say another 7 chapters before the war proper starts. Like the war will like start to begin towards like 6th-ish, 7th-ish chapter. How many chapters do you think will? Oh, right. You just basically that's the question. How many times do you think the build up should be before the now until the war? Yeah, I think another 7. And what do you think will happen between now and then? Well, we still haven't seen what the villains are actually doing, so I think we'll have a chapter or 2 of that. Maybe I don't, unless Horikoshi wants to be wild and just surprise us with boom villains, boom crazy stuff happens. I doubt it. I feel like he'll prep at least 1 chapter with AFO and the villains, and then maybe a lower tier villain will have a little bit of a chapter discussing is this right, is this wrong, or what are we doing? Maybe Spinner will have a chapter or something because Spinner's meant to be important, and even Horikoshi said he's important. So I think maybe Spinner will have a chapter just building an army, maybe something like that. I might be going a bit crazy by saying that, but that's what I'm thinking. So 2 chapters for the villains, right? And I said like there'll be 7 left, right? 2 chapters for the villains, another chapter for the kids looking for the villains, another chapter of maybe the top tier heroes having a prep. So that's 4. The other 3 I'm not too sure of. Let me not lie. But I still think you can't just rush into the war. They're still setting up bit by bit. Maybe a chapter for Shiketsu. I have a feeling if we don't see Shiketsu in the next chapter, we're not seeing them till the war. They'll probably just pop off like Mirio and just say, hey, we're here. Boom. We're crazy OP. Something like that. So I still think 7 chapters in my opinion. But that's more or less it. Maybe a chapter of Endeavor thinking, man, I have to fight Dabi. Oh my god, like something like that. Dabi versus Endeavor and Shoto. Yeah, that seems the most likely, doesn't it? Like it really does seem the most likely. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Dabi versus Endeavor for a minute, right? Then Endeavor's like, man, Endeavor gets like, is Dabi really stronger than Endeavor though? That needs to be tested because he has stronger flames, but I don't know if he's actually stronger than Endeavor. But let's say Dabi is about to kill Endeavor, then Shoto steps in and tries to fight something. But what I really, really want is an Agni Kai Dabi versus Shoto. But maybe if there is a part 2, maybe that's for a part 2. But yeah, I could see something like that, like an Endeavor fight, like the Hellish Todoroki family part. What was it? Part like 3? I think it's part 3, something like that. As a fight, that would be pretty cool. Hari said he's gonna give Tentacle the guys aside. Shoji, right? Yes, that's what I'm saying. So maybe Shoji versus Spinner, like they have a relatability of the racism and all that with the creatures. That's what I'm thinking. Something like that. Like there's so much potential for some banging ass arcs, and I feel like we could really get something like I wouldn't be surprised if there's something like a better written version of the Bleach what's that arc again? It's Arrancar, right? Yeah, the Bleach Arrancar arc. You know when everyone just had battles, something like that, but better written. That's what I think is gonna happen, in my opinion. Um, might be a bit dark, but which characters do you think should be killed off for the stakes of the possible final battle? Because that's one of the issues I have with the series is the lack of deaths. Do you know what it is? I did have a problem with the lack of deaths, but because the My Hero characters get damaged hard, that's why I'm not too upset. It's almost it's yeah, that's why I'm not too upset by lack of deaths. But I get what you're saying. Someone has to die in this arc. Someone has to die. All Might has to go. I'm sorry. Like I love All Might, yeah, but come on. If this is the final arc, right? Even if it's the final arc of the series or the final arc of part one, he has to go. Night Eye's vision has to come true. I mean, granted, we had Deku change future, but come on. All Might has to go now. I'm sorry. Like he's been alive too long. I love him. I don't want him to die. I'll cry when he dies, but he has to go, in my opinion. Who else do I think will die? I don't think Hurry will pop off a lot of people, in all honesty. I think some people are gonna die. I mean, in the war arc, people died. When you think about it, a lot of people died. It's just that the important people that we cared about, only Spinner, Night Eye. No, not Eye. Spinner, Midnight. That's it. In terms of the people we really cared about. But like people died. Like people died in the war. Like loads of people died. So I feel like with this one, I think this is the time to start popping off some big characters. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it's just All Might Endeavor. That's it. Or Endeavor gets like literally out of commission forever, like out of serious commission. I predicted this in the last arc. I was like, oh my god, everybody's gonna die. But I don't think Horikoshi's gonna pop on. I think two major people will die. I think that will probably be the most realistic. I mean, obviously, I want it to be like loads. I want it to be like, oh, Endeavor dies, and oh my. Actually, I don't want it to be too much because in some stories, I mean, spoilers, but actually, no, I won't spoil anything. But there's some anime where just people just die for dying's sake, and I don't want that. I'd rather just have one person die a bit be impactful than just every episode someone dies. There was an anime like that. I don't want to spoil it for you, but there is an anime like that. If anyone knows, it's an anime with a girl with black hair and red eyes. I don't want to say anything more, but people just died every episode, and I was like you start getting it starts getting a bit comical after that point. So me personally, right, kill All Might. All Might dies by Shigaraki's hand, crumbles him to pieces. Endeavor dies by Dabi. Boom. That's all we need. And then everyone else will just be one-off deaths. I don't think any UA student is dying. That's not happening. At least if a UA student is dying, they're not dying until they're like adults. So I don't think anyone's dying from there. Maybe someone can get seriously injured. That's a possibility. But loads of people are injured. Damn. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting, this war arc. But I think I'm going to predict two people die, two majors. And if I was to predict them, All Might and Endeavor, since it's the final arc, that's in my opinion. But does anyone else have any other questions they want to ask me? Anything else? Okay, so me personally, I really like this chapter. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say like these last chapters have been a little bit toned down in terms of the hype levels. Not a big issue. We understand why. You know, when they're setting up hype for the arcs and the wars and all those major arcs, there's usually a bit of a cool down period. This is a cool down with a little sprinkle of hype because they're saying, okay, stuff's coming, and we're preparing. Okay, that's a lie. There is hype in this, but it's subtle hype, I'd say. So I'm not like, oh my god, this chapter's amazing, but I'm like, all right, this is cool. Like, let's go. But I feel like for the next couple of chapters, it's going to be like that. So I feel like the My Hero community, don't be surprised if they're toxic and say, oh, these chapters have been sucking lately. These chapters have been trash lately. That's what happens. It's just a reactionary fan base that we're all in, unfortunately. When stuff starts popping off, people will start going, oh my God, My Hero is the best thing ever. Oh, Horikoshi's a master writer. Oh my God. So I'm just waiting for that, to be honest with you. But other than that, I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it. I mean, Shinso's banging, and like I said, Aizawa did his job. I know, knowing Aizawa, yeah, he's definitely gonna have a soft spot for Ayama. I'm scared they will be too soft. I hope he knows, like, no, Ayama, he's still gonna get punished. Like, I hope he still tries to do that a little bit. And yeah, I really hope not really a theory, my prediction of make Dabi separate everyone with anger works, because you can easily do that. Just throw Endeavor into the battlefield with Shoto. He'll be like, man, let's burn everything. He won't care. Like, so I feel like that would be the best plan of action. But separating all the villains individually, oh, man, this arc is gonna be great, man. I hope that when this is animated, because me personally, I think this is season 7. I think season 7 to me probably starts at chapter, well, basically when Deku returns. I think that's like 317 or something, and we're at what, 340. Yeah, I think it's possible, because I think the war probably be what, like 30, 40 chapters. I think it's possible, but it's gonna be squeezed in. But I think season 7 is gonna be slacked. Where's Giganto Mashia? I swear he's still detained. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he's still detained by the Heroes Forces, like some containment facility. That was where, I think it was like, how many chapters ago was it? It wasn't that far. It wasn't that far back they talked about it. Like Giganto Mashia was still in containment, but he'll get free. He'll get free. Like I think there's a plan for that. But yeah, this war has so much potential to be incredible, well written. I can't wait to see this manga form. The question is, will Bones animate it correctly? Like after, like if I'm Studio Bones and I'm seeing Demons, Ufotable Demon Slayer. Wait, so he wasn't broken out? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he was. I really don't think he was. I think he's still in containment. I don't think they've broken him out yet. Nah, I don't think they've broken him out yet. But yeah, like I said, if I'm Studio Bones and I've seen Demon Slayer, right, pop off with episodes like last week, and Mappa, right, popping off with Jujutsu Kaisen animation is ridiculous. Chainsaw Man looks ridiculous. Attack on Titan's story has been slapping, right? If I'm Bones, I'm looking at myself like, we may need to raise our game a bit. So I hope they do. I hope they do, especially for season 6. At least they have time. I mean, season 5 ended in September of last year. They have till October of this year. So they must have given themselves ample time to do it. Please, no movie. There's gonna be a movie. What am I saying? But please, no movie. Please, just animate the show, because season 6 is about to pop off. Season 6 is gonna make bread. Like, even if the animation is not that great, it's gonna make bread. Like it's too hype. It's gonna make bread. So Bones, if you really want to make it special, please just animate the crap out of it. But anyway, that's my reaction for My Hero Academia chapter 340. Thank you for watching. This weekend I'm gonna be doing another not reaction, but a review for Demon Slayer episode, I believe 7 of season 2, and Attack on Titan episode 2 or season 2 part 2 episode 2, because those, I'm sorry, I'm not doing reactions. I've decided not to do anime reactions anymore, because like too many anime channels are just getting strike flag cut down because you do reactions and put videos online, and I'm just like, do I really need to do this? And plus, like, I love showing you my reactions, but I could do that by talking to you about it. Granted, it's not the same, but I'll just do that by talking to you about it. So I apologize. I apologize about that. But I have to. I just have to, so that, like, you know, you guys see me again. You guys don't want me gone, right? But yeah, these next episodes of Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer especially, I know about Demon Slayer. I'm not too sure about Attack on Titan, but according to everybody else, these next episodes are about to be ridiculous. So doing these reaction talks every Sunday is gonna be fun. But anyway, bro, I want to put that comment in the chat, but I don't, because it's gonna be a spoiler. But that when he comes, it's going to be ridiculous. Cyan, that he's, bro, I can't wait. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this reaction. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more pop culture entertainment. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you stay safe, and I'll see you soon.